The morning sun had just begun to paint the skies of Narika village with shades of orange and gold when I stood before my mirror, adjusting the final pins in my hair. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. The courtyard was alive with laughter, the smell of jollof rice and goat meat drifting through the air, and the sound of drums calling the villagers to celebration. I was marrying Chaik, tall, broad-shouldered, with the kind of smile that could make the market women forget to bargain. We had been courting for 3 years, surviving long distance when he went to the city for work. Everyone in the village said we were perfect together. Everyone. Except my cousin, Ifeoma. Ifeoma was my mother's younger sister's daughter. We grew up together like sisters, sharing meals, secrets, and dreams. She was beautiful in a way that made people stop talking when she walked into a room, full lips, high cheekbones, skin smooth like fresh palm oil. She was the type who always got what she wanted. And apparently, what she wanted now was my husband-to-be. It started innocently. When I told her Chaik had proposed, she clapped and screamed louder than anyone else. She offered to help me choose my wedding dress, helped write the guest list, even said she'd be my maid of honor. I thought it was love. I thought it was loyalty. But a week before the wedding, I overheard something. I was walking past my aunt's compound when I heard Ifeoma's voice, low and teasing. Chaik, are you sure you want to marry her? You know I can take better care of you. The first months of marriage were sweet. Chaik and I moved into a small 2-bedroom house he had been building before we got married. I cooked his favorite dishes, we talked late into the night, and he never let a day pass without calling me my queen. But slowly, things began to shift. It started with Chaik coming home late from work. At first, he said it was overtime. Then it became a friend needed help or I stopped to have a drink with the boys. Sometimes he came home smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't mine. Then Ifeoma started visiting. She'd come with a bag of oranges or a bowl of pepper soup just to see her cousin. But when I stepped into the kitchen to prepare tea, I'd return to find her laughing at something Chaik said, touching his arm like they shared a private joke. One afternoon, I came home early from the market and found them sitting together in the living room, her shoes off, her legs tucked under her, as if she owned the place. Chaik looked startled when he saw me, but Ifeoma only smiled. Oh, sister, you're back. I was just keeping him company. I wanted to believe it was innocent. I wanted to believe my cousin would never betray me. But the seed of doubt had been planted, and it was growing roots. The breaking point came on a Sunday. We had gone to church together, and after the service, Ifeoma walked up to Chaik, ignoring me completely. She leaned close to his ear, whispering something that made him laugh. My fist clenched at my sides. When we got home, I couldn't hold it in any longer. Chaik, what exactly is going on between you and Ifeoma? I asked, my voice shaking. He frowned. What do you mean? She's your cousin. She's not just my cousin, she's a woman who's clearly after you. And you're entertaining her. A month after that argument, I started hearing whispers. It was in the market first. I was picking tomatoes when Mom Nkechi leaned closer and said in that fake sympathetic tone villagers use when they want to spread gossip. Ada, my daughter. I don't want to interfere, but be careful of that cousin of yours. I saw her and your husband at the back of Nadi's bar, laughing like young lovers. I forced a smile and walked away, my legs trembling. But the whispers followed me everywhere, at the well, at church, even from my own aunties. Then, one evening, Chaik came home later than usual. I asked where he'd been, and he casually said, I was at Ifeoma's house, helping her fix her leaking tap. It was the way he said it, no guilt, no hesitation, that broke something inside me. He wasn't even trying to hide it anymore. Ifeoma's visits became bolder. She'd bring him gifts, shirts, wristwatches, and hand them to him in front of me. Oh, Chaik, I saw this and thought it would look so good on you, she'd say with a coy smile. I tried to speak to my mother about it, but she waved it off. Oh, you're overthinking. Ifeoma would never betray you. You two grew up like sisters. But I knew better. One night, unable to sleep, I walked to the kitchen for water and heard low voices in the backyard. My heart stopped when I recognized them. Ifeoma, so when will you leave her? Check, it's complicated. She's my wife. Ifeoma, wife or not, you know I'm the one you really want. Asterisk. I froze, my breath shallow. Every word felt like a knife in my chest. The next morning, I confronted Chike. My voice was cold, controlled. I heard you and Ifeoma last night. So it's true. He looked away. Ada, it's not what you think. Don't insult me. You've been sneaking around with my own blood. My cousin. In my house. His silence was all the answer I needed. I told him to leave, but he refused. This is my house too. If you can't handle it, maybe you should go. That was the moment I realized my husband was gone. Not physically, but emotionally. In our culture, when a marriage is in trouble, the elders step in. My mother called a family meeting. We gathered in my uncle's compound, uncles, aunties, cousins, and Ifeoma. I spoke my truth in front of everyone. Ifeoma is trying to steal my husband. I've seen it, I've heard it, and the whole village is talking. Gasps filled the air. My aunt, Ifeoma's mother, stood up. That's a wicked lie. My daughter is not that kind of woman. But Ifeoma didn't deny it. She just sat there, her eyes locked on mine, a small smile playing on her lips. Then, to my shock, Chike spoke. Ifeoma has been there for me when Ada hasn't. Maybe I married the wrong woman. The compound erupted. My mother shouted, my aunt screamed, the uncles tried to restore order. But the damage was done. The truth was out. After the meeting, things moved fast. Chike started sleeping out, spending more and more time at Ifeoma's place. People stopped hiding their stares when I passed. One afternoon, I came home to find my clothes in a pile outside. Chike was standing in the doorway. You need to leave. I'm starting a new life with Ifeoma. I laughed, a bitter sound. The same cousin who clapped for me on my wedding day. You deserve each other. I walked away with nothing but a bag of clothes and my dignity. 6 months later, I heard the news. Chike and Ifeoma were living together, but things were far from perfect. He had lost his job in the city. The same friends who had once envied him now mocked him. Ifeoma, who loved the good life, began complaining. Rumor had it she was seeing another man, a wealthier trader from a nearby town. Then came the scandal. Chike caught her with the trader. She didn't beg, didn't cry. She simply packed her bags and left him, just as easily as she had taken him from me. One evening, I was sitting outside my small rented room when I saw a familiar figure walking up the road. Chike. He looked thinner, older, his once proud shoulders slumped. Ada, he began softly, I made a mistake. Ifeoma was a snake. I should never have left you. I looked at him for a long moment, then shook my head. No, Chike. You didn't just leave me, you humiliated me, you betrayed me with my own blood. There's no coming back from that. He begged, but I turned away. I had learned to live without him. I had found peace and respect in myself. Will you forgive him or not? Comment down below.